was a light. We are the light of the world. And he didn't walk around knowing the scriptures, knowing the Bible. He didn't know the Bible like that, but he had a pure heart. Matthew 5:8 tells us, blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see Christ. And it's common for us to say, when a loved one has left the earth and gone back to the spiritual realm, sorry for your loss. But we didn't lose anything because my uncle's not lost. When you lose something, you don't know where it's at. See, when Nana was in the house this morning trying to find her Bluetooth, she was lost. She looked under everywhere. She tried to find it. She didn't know where it was at. And see, that's the blessing to understand spirituality. Life is spiritual. This is not our final resting ground. You understand? When God told the prophet Jeremiah, I knew you before you were in your mother's womb, and I chose you to be a prophet to the nations. You see, so it doesn't matter if you're going to seminary school and all of that. Your pain pushes you to your purpose. And that heart, when it's pure, God can use you to reach his people. The Earth of Deshai, the angels that have been given charge over us, they whisper, they influence our spirit. My uncle had done some prison time before. To those of the world and judgmental, you know, we got a lot of hypocrites from Clout that's very quick to be judgmental. See, they came and tried to stone the woman at the well. We knew her sin. She was a whore. She slept around for money. And some of them had even slept with her. Jesus looked, he said, ye without sin cast the first stone. You see? And so my uncle did some prison time. But while he was in that prison, he said, Brina, he said, I tell you, he said, everybody keep on talking to me. God used me in there, Brina. He said, I know God using me. I said, you keep doing what God is leading you to do in your spirit. Where Brother Tim at? I got an uncle. Because see, when my grandmama would go and see Tootie, he tell her, you got to get Tim. They go, Tim, we got an addition to the family. Because when he came out, Tim came out with him. So if one son went in, mama had two sons come out. And Tim been a part of the family ever since. Well, mama would get them big spoons off the wall and run after. Y'all know, Tim was right there getting whooped and yelled at. Tootie always, wherever he went, he let that light shine. He wasn't perfect. But every day he had the spirit of the Ruach Sadeka, which is the spirit of righteousness, working in him. My uncle touched a lot of lives, right? So he ain't lost. And as we go into the holy books and we continue to study, it gives us further details of what happens when we leave this earth. This is why you hear the elders telling the younger folk, get right with God, find God, come out of the world. When we fornicate, when we get drunk and high, not only do we hurt our earthly vessels, because the alcohol weighs on our kidneys. It takes our liver down. We don't show appreciation to these things. And that's not pleasing to God. And see, the fallen angels, which are the Decadarchi, they influenced us on that. We can party, we can shake it, we can drop it like it's hot, right? We all been there. But the heart got to be right. And as the heart get right, everything else will fall in line. And so when it's time for us to leave these earthly vessels in this flesh, and when we make mistakes, because we all have, none of us has lived in this earth without falling short of the glory of God. You understand? So we thank God that eyes can be open. You see? The things I used to do, I don't do no more. The places I used to go, I don't go no more. You see what I'm saying? Because I know now I grieve the earth of Deshai, which is the holy angels that have been given charge over. So I got to walk in righteousness and let that light shine. And Tootie always tried to promote that to the best of his abilities. And so when we leave this earth, the holy books tell us that our loved ones, they're not here no more. So that's why a lot of us are grieving, mourning, especially Tootie played a role in everybody's life. When you called him, he was there. When he needs you, he was there. He loved all his children now. He loved his children. He was a protective of his children's mother. He loved his sisters. He was very protective of his sisters, his brothers, his family, period. He had that in his heart. And I want us to take something from that. He also had a great fruit of the Spirit that I like, which was patience. That's one of the fruits of the Spirit. And long-suffering is one of the fruits of the Spirit too. You got to go through trials and tribulation. A lot of people like to talk about abundance and money and all this flashy stuff and all this getting girls. That's whack. That's whack. Real strength is being able to walk in the discipline of the flesh. Being able to express yourself, brothers. It's okay to cry. That's one thing about my uncle. He'll never let nobody really see him shed no tears. But there were some things that shook him sometimes. And he would call me in the midnight, or he would text me, Brandon, I need you to pray. I could feel it. You see, it's okay to cry. It make a man strong, not by how many women you can sleep with. It make a man strong when you can express yourself without being disrespectful. When you ain't got to go around and call women these. When you know how to control the little man and keep him in your... You understand? When you ain't got to... It make you strong. When you learn to communicate with your brothers and your sisters and learn how we are supposed to work together and not apart. You see, and then when that Spirit of God hits you, when you move in this earth, you can be physically walking solo. But when you got the presence of God, or demons know your name, that's when you begin to see that old-fashioned casting out demons. I used to cast out demons in my police uniform. See, I know my uncles used to be in the street. Before I went to the police force, I called him. I said, what do you think about me becoming a police officer? He said, well, nobody in the family ever did it before. Go for it. He always used to encourage me. Whenever I had his approval, it made me feel good. And he would learn from me as well as teach me. I'm a single woman, never married, never had children. And I'm independent. Part of that, my strength comes from because of what my uncle did. He taught me how to weld. He taught me how to lay wire. He helped me build a shed in my backyard. Taught me how to lay shingles. He's a teacher. You understand? So let me get to this before I sit down, because you need to understand this. You see, he fine, my uncle fine. See? We here in the earth need to understand life after death. Because there is a life after death. And there are levels to heaven. You understand? This is not it. You may not see him no more. This is the temple he was given to live in. But he fine now. No pain, no nothing. When you get to the first level of heaven, all right? Enoch, God allowed Enoch to come back to the earth to teach us these things. It's not always in Genesis to Revelation. King James left out a lot, but it's a holy book, and I stand on it 10 toes down. But there are other books that can explain to you who we are and what happens after death, so you can understand how to move in this earth and not be tricked by the trickers, because they ain't got nobody, but they got influence. You understand? So you can learn to listen to what's coming to your spirit. If this be of light, if this be of darkness. Because if the light in you turn dark, how great is that darkness? You understand? When we leave this temple and we transition back to the physical realm, we go to the first level, also called the first station. And that is where we meet Jah, Jehovah, God, Anokasi, which is God of loving kindness. God is love and kindness. For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever shall believe in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. You understand? And so our loved ones that have gone before us, God, they are allowed to meet us in the spiritual realm so that we will feel at ease transitioning back. Because initially leaving the flesh, being in the spiritual, you're yelling out to your loved ones. It's a process. And you guys ain't experienced it yet because you ain't been there yet. But when you study, lack of knowledge, my people perish. And all that get knowledge, get understanding. So when you study, you learn these things. And so as he transitioned from this flesh, he met Mama. You see? Mama who raised us up in the church. You see? Train a child the way that they should go. See? So y'all got the word in you. Because Mama raised y'all in the church. Am I lying? Mama raised us in the church, right? So she planted the seeds. He met Dasana, who was a church-going woman, right? A miracle art, who we saw God perform a miracle before she left. So we saw the power of God. It's still working here, but you got to believe. He met Bernay, you see? He met Lisa. He met Adam. He met his family. So he ain't alone and he ain't lost. I just want us to know who are still here while we're in this earth. When you got the power of God backing you, the power of God and the anointing is greater than any bullet that can come out of a gun. You understand me? You fear the man who can cast you to heaven and hell. Not the one on earth who can threaten to take your life. All that flesh stuff ain't hard. Hard is walking that thin line in the midst of a world full of darkness and shining that light. And that's why Tuki was able to impact so much people. That's why many of you are here. All right? And so I want to encourage y'all. Don't worry about my uncle. Grieve when you feel like grieving, because we'll grieve from time to time. But most importantly, get your heart right. Our operate from a pure heart. Be disciplined in the flesh. Love, forgiveness, and unity. That's the way forward. All right? All right.
I thought we get to see forever, but forever's gone away. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. I don't know where the road is going to lead. All I know is where we've been and what we've been through. If we dare to see tomorrow, I hope it was worth the wait. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. And I'll take with me the memories to be my sunshine after the rain. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. And I'll take with me the memories to be my sunshine after the rain. But it's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday.
Oh, Lord, I'm gonna So this is the church my grandmama used to take us to. And right there, we used to stand out here, gather up before we go in on Sundays. And then me and my little youngest aunt, and we'll stand out here. If we play too much and we run around in our shoes, to buy us some blue, yellow dress with the little red laces around us. If we run around too much and be playing, she'll grab us and ring a hard pinching us. We grew up in this church, and my grandmother is buried over there. So that's where we're gonna bury my uncle.
I thought we get to sing forever.
Let me get you. This is my cousin Charles. We own the funeral home as well. So on my grandfather's side, this is my family.
All right.
I'm a big vlog.
You are?
So thank you. You did too. That's what they need. So we own them. Oh hey, yeah, I saw him on my mother's father's side. Our family owns the funeral home. So my mother's brother on my grandmother's side, my mother's side, that passed away. So it's family on both sides. Right?
All I know is where we've
Lord of God, it was more than that.
been and what we've been
Make
through.
everybody feel loved. Just shine light
If we
on them.
dare to see tomorrow, I hope it was worth the wait. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. And I'll take with me the memories. So be my sunshine after the rain. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. And I'll take with me the memories. Be my sunshine after the rain. But it's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday.